is yours. Okay, what about f5? I mean, f5, queen g5. Also, rook e8 is interesting. Yeah, that was really fun. That's the reason I turned my tournament around. Okay, I need to keep an eye on my clock. Yeah, I adopted Durr-Bailey. Yeah, I can play well sometimes. If I'm focused and motivated, I can play well. All right, hello. Okay, rook c7, rook d7. Okay, but white and black in the US Championship is not like the deciding factor. You can win games with either color. It's not the end all be all. Although Hans is very solid with whites. Like he's very, very hard to beat with black. Not that he's easy to beat with white, but he's got chances, yeah, obviously. Rook c6, yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Shoot. The thing is, I knew he would do this, and I went for it anyway. Okay, I guess just b5. I'm still up a pawn, and I still have extra time, so I'm going to go king f7 next. He's going to go rook d6 at some point. I'll play rook a4, rook c4. I mean, everybody in recent times has been struggling to win with black. Okay, I guess rook c2. And then maybe b4 just to complete the... Yeah, we can just give a check or something. This guy should be pretty easily winning here. I don't care. Let him take. Okay, we got him. Let's go e4. He's probably going to go Cecil for the... No, he's going to go e5. Okay. I'll go bishop e5. Okay, so he's looked something up, which is not good because I'm very rusty on this line. Yeah, knight g6, knight d5, I think. d3. I mean, this is at least one of the lines. h4. Hans Mishra next round. Nice, nice. It's going to be fun. Yeah, given some rating, given where Mishra played, 71 games is actually not even human. That's actually unbelievable. That's actually hard to wrap your head around 71 classical games without a lot. Like, that actually doesn't even sound real. That doesn't sound real. That's crazy. That's insane. 71 games without a loss. Especially given who he's played. Yeah, like who he's played. He hasn't played Mickey Mouse tournaments. That's a pretty insane run. It's like Capablanca-esque or Magnus-esque. Oh, his last loss is at last year's U.S. Championship. Are you kidding me? Wow, that is just crazy. That's basically inhuman. Oh, he lost to Hans. His last loss was to Hans. That's funny. Oh, so he's playing Hans Samar. So it's a very symbolic game. because he lost a year ago in the U.S. Championship pot. That's actually just so much like symbolism in that game. That's a very symbolic game. Yeah, insane. Okay, Prague is online also. But okay, we'll continue playing this guy. Also known as Mr. Kevlishvili. He likes to... Okay, he goes here. I think it's d5. Just to go d5. Now I think you're supposed to go... See, here I don't remember what to do. I think you're supposed to go knight takes. Like there's a bunch of theory here. Okay, takes. Yeah, I have queen b4 check is the point. Castle's queen side, and I guess b5 or something. b6 is interesting as well. Wait, I gotta be careful. He's threatening like knight c3 and etc. Okay, let's go here. My highest FIDE rating is 2650, almost. A hair below 2650. Yeah, I actually misplayed this. Okay, interestingly, he takes first, so he gives me the A file. No, but okay, I'm in big trouble here, actually. I'm in big trouble. But okay, it's defendable position. It's a defendable position. I mean, I think Vichy played absolutely terribly, but okay, Gary was very impressive. But at the same time, I was pretty shocked at some of the things Vichy did. Like Vichy's basically like, you know, not an active player, but he's as close as it gets an active player. And he was just like, I mean, he was playing like he's been retired for 50 years. I don't know. It was weird. I mean, losing on time kind of was the, you know, kind of set the tone. Which to me is just a strange thing to do. Like, I don't know if he's ever done this in his career, just losing on time like this. Yeah, it's the Gary effect. No, but Vichy is an amazing blitz player. Like, he's not new to this. It's not like, oh my God, I'm playing Kasparov. Like, I lost him in 1995. I don't know if it was a lot of psychology or just bad day. It's not that but he hasn't been unattainable for so long. Vichy has beaten Kasparov many times. He's lost many more times, but it's not like he's never beaten him. I have an honest opinion, but I don't want people to get like mad at this. My honest opinion is I'm really, really disappointed that it was Fischer random. Not because I'm just trying to hate on 960 again, although I am a 960 hater kind of. But I feel like it, and again, I'm not accusing the players of doing this, but it kind of creates this gap where you can just sort of say, oh, well, it wasn't really chess. Like, yeah, Kasparov, but he didn't really win at chess. It was 960. There's this element of analyzing before the game, which, you know, like essentially means that the first couple moves in many cases were like the result of tandem analysis, which I don't think should be a thing at all. I don't understand that at all. Isn't the point for the players to think on their own? Like, isn't that the entire point? Maybe I just don't understand something. And then why isn't it regular chess? Like, is there a downside for this to be regular chess? Is there, like, isn't there, like, a heavy majority that would prefer for this to be regular chess? And if Vishy and Gary are playing, like, there's nothing on the line for them. This is not rated. You don't have to make it classical chess rated. Just make it blitz. I just don't understand this, like, it just makes it less fun. It makes it doesn't make it seem like it's a repeat of their world championship match, because it's a different freaking game. Like, yeah, 1995, you know, they played world championship match anniversary, great, but let's play chess then. You know? But why wouldn't he play if it's normal? Just like, I don't get it. If you're paying Kasparov a shit ton to play. Okay, blundered b4, which is exactly what I was hoping he would blunder. Okay, can I go b3? I feel like I should go b3. Okay, I need to zug him. Wait, can I take h5? Yeah, I think I'm winning. I calculated this correctly. Okay, I got lucky there. Let's play again. Thank you, Ghost of Us, for the raid. Appreciate it. No, but nobody has to prep openings, too. That's also not true. It just feels lame. I mean, it just feels like it makes it a lot less interesting. It kind of defeats the Gary doesn't have to prep, though. Like, Vishy's not going to play topical openings. Like, Gary can sit down and play chess. Like, nobody has to prepare. Like, that's not a prerequisite for playing chess, as far as I know. It's like you are allowed to just sit down and play moves. Yeah, sorry for the rant. I just feel it's just slightly annoying because I really was looking forward to this match, and it just feels like you know, it's like an artificially creates this like barrier where it's just not as fun to watch. All right, it was far from a generational run, but thank you. I mean, I'm going to be honest about it because I've been around too long not to be. Fact of the matter is, nobody likes Fisher Random, and that's just like the fact. And it's time we accepted it. It's good for a variant, but it's still a variant, and that's not going to change for a while. I mean, like, end of story. That's not to say nobody's allowed to like it more than you are allowed to like Bughouse more than chess or crazy. There's plenty of people who like Crazy House more than chess. I'm not impringing. I couldn't decide whether to say infringing or impinging, which means the same thing, actually. It's kind of funny. Impinging upon their love of whatever variant you want to play. But don't force it down the whole chess community's throat and pretend that this is like commonly accepted truth. I mean, I don't have any idea what's going on either. Neither do the commentators, nor do, like, anybody. Okay, I'm going to make a draw here. I don't feel good about this position. My king is weak, and the knight is weak, and I have less time. Okay, he's going to go c4 this time. 94 what? Just blundered 94. Wow. Yeah, rapid, but the game isn't even that drawish. Like, classical chess is pretty much what it's always been. Yeah, that's the thing. Just have 3+2. 3+2, 3-day, marathon, pay them a crap ton of money, and, you know, end of story. You want to find, well, you shouldn't search YouTube for my classical games. You should search ChessBase or an online chess database. You'll find plenty of them. Okay, I want to go queen e5. Or wait, e3 and e2. No, that feels... Does that feel too dangerous, though? He has rook d7 there. Yeah, I'm going to play like a Russian schoolboy. I'm glad that y'all are receptive to what I'm saying about Fisher Random and stuff. I'm going to give myself a little credit for being ahead of the game on that. Not that it was hard to be ahead of the game. It was just all... You just had to not delude yourself, which seemed to be the favorite activity of a lot of people all of a sudden. To just enter a total denial phase. Like, yeah, I totally like this more than chess. Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. Elian Sonnenberg, thank you for the subs. Really appreciate it. Thank you for the 10 subs. It's actually not easy to drink the Kool-Aid if you're a chess player because you know the reality and, like, it's commonly accepted. So I'm pretty shocked at how many people, like, you know, jumped for the Kool-Aid. They were like, give me the Kool-Aid. I want to drink this now. I want to drink the whole gallon. I mean, it's already fizzled out. That's just the reality. It's already fizzled out. Nobody hates openings. Who actually hates openings? Like, who are these mythical people who think top level openings are that boring? I haven't really... Oh, my internet is lagging. I haven't really met anybody yet who actually embodies this so-called hatred of openings and hatred of top level openings that is spoken about as if there's some, like, you know, huge group of people who can't stand top level commentary because of the openings. Everybody hates memorization. There's not a single person on earth, including all top GMs. Memorization is literally the least favorite part of everyone. Like, it's not like you suddenly grow to like it. But you don't have to memorize anything. If you're a chess fan and you're watching top-level chess, you don't have to do the memorization. Let the commentators explain the relevant parts of the game to you. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's see. It's less about Magnus pushing the idea that openings suck. It's less about openings for him, more about his legacy. Like, he totally understandably wants to leave his legacy intact, and he doesn't want to like put stuff on the line anymore. And that's, you know, he's earned it, but let's not pretend it's something that it's not. I mean, who doesn't like a good classical chess cheating controversy? And I think we all are secretly enthralled. Dude, cheating controversies are fun to observe as a fan. I get it. I totally do get it. Okay, I'm getting worked here. No, I don't. I've never been part of a confirmed OTB cheating incident, but I've had my suspicions about a player or two for sure. Okay, what if I take? I don't get it. What is that move he just made? Why can't I take? Oh, queen e2 he wants. Cried. I don't know what to do. Let's go takes. I'm gonna lose on time, I'm afraid. And I have 2 bars of connection for some reason. I don't know why my connection sucks. Yeah, the chess world needs to go through the equivalent of like rehab for chess cheating discussions, because a lot of damage was done. With Kramnik did a lot of damage that can be thought of as like, you know, like we need a period of recovery, because we've forgotten how to talk about chess cheating, especially at the high level. Not to pretend that it's not an important issue at all levels, but we just don't. We've lost that ability essentially. Okay, I mean, I would have played this with black, but he gives me the respect draw. It's definitely a widespread problem. I mean, there's no question that this has become normalized. There's no question that that it's not acceptable, and you know, from now on must be, you know, decisively called out. I have no idea. He certainly will not stop until he is stopped, I'll put it this way. Dude, yeah. Oh yeah, you have a course in the Accelerated Dragon that just came out, which people should get, because I play the Accelerated Dragon like crap and still do well in it. Imagine if, you know, there was a hot off the presses Chessable course. And there actually is. Dude, do you know him personally? How do you know that someone's a decent human if you don't know them personally? Like, it's very hard to actually know what someone is like until you get to know them. There's plenty of people who put on a decent face, but, you know, are monsters on the inside. That's just the sad truth of life. Okay, he once takes knight f5 and I lose. What card is a typical... There's no such thing as a typical GM. And most GMs don't drive. I'm in the minority. Trust me. Yeah, I'm saying that the GMs who frequent my chat are well-adjusted citizens of the world, like Robbie Keblishvili and Benjamin Bach, Caden Trofe. But I think most GMs don't drive. Yeah, I'm pretty confident, over 50%. First of all, a lot are from Europe or countries or cities that have public transport. Second of all, like 25% of GMs can't tie their shoes, so it's like, all right, fine motor skills are not our forte. Literally fine motor skills. Okay, didn't show any kind of skills here in this game. I don't know why Robbie's so low rated. Like, he should be 3,100. He plays incredibly well. Yeah, Queen G5, King H8. I mean, somehow still surviving for now. Oh, Queen D4, Rook F6 is funny. Okay, yeah, this is dead. I'm dead lost here. There's no reason to continue the game. Yeah, okay. I mean, this is a losing battle that I'm waging here. This is a losing battle. Let's play one more. Last one. Yep. Yeah, now he's playing G6. I see. Let's play H4. I wouldn't call myself an athlete, but yes, I do like basketball. Knight c7, and then bishop h6 and bishop g7? Huh? I don't know about what he's doing here. He loses either that rook or this rook. Some rook is being lost either way. Yeah, that was not his finest moment. Had he studied Grandmaster Bach's accelerated dragon course, this disaster would not have happened. Obviously, he saw this. Like, he just... Dude, it happens. He just missed knight b5, and I think after knight b5, it's already lost. Yeah, it's dead lost. Bishop h6 is the top computer move, actually. Like, this is the best, the lesser evil. This is the lesser evil. Okay, Shalev wants to play. Should I play Shalev? All right, fine. Let's play a few, I guess. Guess we can play a few. Well, thank you. Well, I got it from Caden Troph. He's the OG. Has there been a decline in popularity of chess of late? There's been a rebound from the Queen's Gambit era, unsustainable boom. I wouldn't say there's been like an actual serious decline. I think that there is sort of an existential crisis of like what chess fans find interesting that's happening right now. Okay, so I've made it to move 11 before being lost, which is actually kind of an achievement against Shalev. I mean, usually by move 5 or so, the game is over. Okay, let's try this. Protect my legacy and fish a random. Yeah, exactly. Did Sutovsky say that? Is that a quote, Prime Numero? That sounds insane. I don't, you know, I've had my issues with some of the stuff Emil has said, but I don't know about that. Can you quote directly? That sounds fishy. Okay, but you should find the quote because, like, if he said that chess fans are not beneficial to the game, that's just like insane, and that would have generated more uproar. I mean, Sutovsky has made some tweets that I disagree with. I don't know if he's made any insane tweets. Like, he's just said a lot of stuff that I think is, you know, flat out wrong or sophistry or self-aggrandizing, you know, in like a very crass way, but like I don't think he's insane or desires, you know, like wants to see chess fail or any of those things. I mean, I try to see every side of the issue. Like, I think that FIDE, I can understand the frustration with like FIDE being the scapegoat for everything and like people just indiscriminately criticizing FIDE for stuff that, and not recognizing like actual good work when, you know, there's been plenty of good things FIDE has done. But that's also your job as the general director. It's like, yeah, you are going to be taking a lot of criticism, and we're not children, you know, at an elementary school where there's a teacher to give you a gold star. Like, you have to get used to, yeah, you're going to get more criticism and you're not always going to get the gold star. And he wants that frickin' gold star. Like he wants the, you know, like the good job and the A+ on the report card, and that's just not going to be happening. I mean, clearly his personality type is just someone who's not in any way receptive to criticism. Like that, he's just not. You know, he just does not acknowledge legitimate points. Like, okay, first of all, you have a problem with somebody being in his role, engaging in Twitter. But insofar as you are engaging on Twitter, like, like if you never are capable of any wrong, then it just becomes useless to argue with somebody because they're never going to end up actually admitting that they made a mistake. And if they do, it's just going to be like in order to make a larger point, such as the point made about our ratings. Like, yeah, it was our mistake, but like now we're correcting it. So we're within our rights to do that. Dude, I think David Howell, I really appreciated what he said because if Sutovsky had said, look, we made this mistake. Our position is that, yes, we're applying the rule retroactively, and in most cases, retroactive application is bad per se. I think it's unacceptable in all cases, but this is, you could say, a matter of opinion. But we've decided that in this case, we are within our rights to correct the mistake. But yes, we acknowledge that it's a retroactive change, and we understand the disappointment of the players. The problem was he was claiming that this is not a retroactive change when it literally fits the like that is literally retro means to apply a rule like in reverse. Like that is literally the textbook example of retroactive application of a rule. That is what pisses me off. It's like this demagoguery, you know, that is clearly just juvenile and just sophistry and stupid and treating people like they're dumbasses. And it just makes it more annoying because you're like, these people are in charge of our rating. Like, this is the level of intellect that they're using to justify this. They're actually telling themselves it's not retroactive when that, like, did you look up the definition of the word? Like, did you think it was radioactive? Like, did the FIDE nuclear reactor blow up and did that cause the ratings to reset? Like, does FIDE have its own definition? Yeah, but that's still retroactive application. No, that's still retroactive. I actually did look it up. I think if you polled like legal experts, they would agree. Like, how would you qualify this if not, or classify this if not retroactive? Like, I don't know. Okay, but that, Alfieri, like, that could be true if you were to qualify that statement. Okay, let's take... Okay, but there's the legal, like, maybe legally it doesn't fit the definition, but, like, definitionally, like, colloquially, if you ask most people and you explain the situation to them, they're going to say this is obviously an example of retroactive application. I don't think there's any doubt in that. Like, the spirit of the word precisely fits this type of situation. Would you not agree? Yeah, I agree. You're totally right. You are totally right. I concede the point. Conceptually, there is a difference between a rule being passed, the rule itself being created after the fact. You're totally right, but I think you can understand what I'm saying. But what do you mean you don't care about nomenclature? Like Emil does. Maybe you don't, but we are discussing the nomenclature. We're not discussing this legally. Like I have no intention of like pursuing getting my points back legally. That's not the point here. I'm sure they did their homework. Like there is no legal precedent for this incredibly obscure situation that's never happened before. I just like find it really annoying that this reactivates these stupid like troglodyte trolls that basically are like, well, Danya claimed that he's not playing these tournaments for rating, but now like he's complaining that his rating was taken away. So, like, which one is it? Like, why are you complaining if you actually don't care about the rating? Like, I gotta hand it to these types of troll. Like, these types of people are creme de la creme. So by that logic, I should just not complain, even if like FIDE tomorrow decides to retract 200 points from me. That like I don't care about ratings, so it's fine. Like I can be 1,200 tomorrow, and it won't make a iota of a difference. Thank you, Lion, for another 10 subs. We're getting lots of support today. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Man, he actually is finding... This is annoying. Wait, I gotta focus here. Never mind. We're good. We're winning. The rook c4, knight c4. Okay, I'm obviously gonna win now. Okay, 2 more. Natural 20, thank you. Okay, so he's gonna go... Oh, he's gonna go e4. Should we play his line against him? No, I'm not gonna be that cruel. I'm gonna go bishop b7. Knight g5. I don't think that's a good move. I think we can play h6 here. I'm pretty sure knight e6 is bad. No, I know this is bad. c4. Wait, I know this line is not correct. But black has to find some only move here. I looked at this at some point. Of course he knows this one annoying line. Crazy. Impossible to get him out of theory. Just impossible. Okay, let's just go here. He's jealous you're Botvinnik. Dude, yeah, the whole thing about the farming rating in Charlotte is one of the most ridiculous. Like, the fact that that became a sticking point is just really pathetic. I mean, it's just, like, crazy to me how this insanity was, you know, like, fashioned in Kramnik's mind and then just, like, was able to stick because of the zeitgeist and, like, the... you know, like total anti-intellectualism and, you know, anti any kind of brain use of the chess world these days. Farmers in town, yeah. Yeah, food for thought. It'll be a chapter in my memoir one day. I did a speedrun video today. Yeah, Don't Look Up. Yeah, that was a good title. Dude, I can appreciate some of the... I can appreciate that it was entertaining to watch. That's a good movie. The Total World Chess Championship. I thought that was a spoof of some sort. Then I realized it's for real. Yeah, great name. Way to roll off the tongue. The Total World Global. Now I understand why, like, Hikaru was joking. I have very few things. I feel like I have new tournament fatigue and, like, announcement fatigue. That's anything except, like, changing the format of the World Championship. It's a simple, like, you know, like, thought tree that asks first, like, is this a new tournament with a lot of money for top players? If yes, okay, like, great, happy, move on, next. Like, why is this really even news? Like, it's great that it's more money for top players, but, like, it's not the World Championship, so I don't know. It's like another clunky tournament that'll happen, like, sometime in the future. I'm kind of just over it. Like, there's nothing specific. FIDE doesn't oppose Magnus. I don't agree with that. I don't think that's true. I don't think FIDE opposes Magnus. I think that's false. That's a false statement as far as I know. I don't even know what that statement means. How can, like, who opposes Magnus specifically? I mean, I listened to the interview with Emil, and I listened to the interview with Dvorkovich in Russian on Levitov Chess, and what he was saying made a lot of sense. Like, Magnus's decision to withdraw from the World Championship cycle is not anyone's fault. It's not FIDE's fault. It's not Magnus's fault. It's just like a decision that was made, and you have to come to terms with it. There's nothing that could have been done. Let's take it. I don't know. Dude, I don't understand why they can't. Okay, here's one idea. Keep the system as it is and change the actual World Championship match so that it's a combination of Rapid, Blitz, and Classical. And just have the Classical be weighted higher than the Blitz and Rapid. You can do the same for the Candidates Tournament. Like, what? Why is that not being considered? Just, like, shorten the actual Classical portion and replace 2 or 3 of the days with Rapid and Blitz. And just have the Rapid and Blitz, you know, determine the starting point for the Classical. Like, I don't know. Dude, I think that the Classical portion of the World Championship should be 90 plus 30. I think that is fast enough for Classical. I don't think that we should try to combine all of the formats into one, necessarily. I don't think that that's a panacea. Alerts? Wait, did I get a dono? Whoa, 1234 from G Brox. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Dude, 90 plus 30, I think, is a consensus opinion for most players. Also, it's much easier to commentate. 90 plus 30 will be a sweet spot for commentators and entertainment. Even 90 plus 30 and then 30 minutes on Move 40 is fine. Like, I played that time control in the US Open, and it was pretty much like, I didn't feel like there was too much time. I'm okay. 45 plus 30 is fine. I don't think it changes much. I don't think it's like a you know, it solves. Like, I think we're going to extremes. Like, it doesn't have to be either the Grand Swiss time control or 45 plus 30. It can be 90 plus 30. .45 plus 30 is called the Skvortsov time control. It comes from a Russian chess sponsor called Oleg, I think, Skvortsov, who was the first to advocate for this time control like 10 years ago. He did a tournament with this time control. So that's where it comes from. And it's a thought. Yeah, I think that if you polled most GMs, people, and you asked them what time control should the Classical portion of the World Championship be, I can assure you the vast majority are going to say 90 plus 30. Yeah, the Grand Swiss time control was ridiculous because it was like 8 hours per player. You can play dubious openings in 90 plus 30. That is not a large time control. That is not a lot of time. That goes by really quickly, and it features really fascinating time scrambles. Trust me, I have a lot of experience. Just take my word for it. I've played all sorts of time controls. I know what I'm talking about here. Okay, I don't know why he's playing this. It's not good. Not that I would resign here. I would not resign. But why am I criticizing somebody for not resigning at all? I don't know. I'm a hypocritical piece of... Fisher Random just needs to not exist at the high level. How about that? AKA Cuddlefish, thank you for the 5 subs. Really appreciate it. Dude, but what is the format of this new tournament? Do you know? Do people know? Did they announce what the qualification procedure is? Whoa, boner pull, the 5678. Holy shit. This is like an old school stream where I'm just getting showered with cash. Thank you. Well, thank you so much for the 5 subs and the over $50. Damn, girl. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that support right there. The top 10 players enjoy Fisher Random when you pay 40K per tournament. Yeah, then they enjoy they'd enjoy frickin' tiddlywinks if they paid that kind of money. Do they independently prefer Fisher Random to regular chess? No, absolutely not. Probably Fedoseev is the only person who does. And even he is like, I don't know, 50-50. Okay, here's the problem with 45 plus 30. You guys tell me, do you think there should be one game a day or more than one game a day? Like, how do you visualize 45 plus 30? Do you think that there should be 2 games a day of that or one? I assume 1 game a day, just like polling people. You can't believe I'm complaining about FIDE when they're... Wait, first of all, I'm not complaining about FIDE. How am I complaining about FIDE? Second of all, how did the two have anything in common? Okay, that is a... You'll have to like rephrase that into English. Okay, 2 games a day. 2 games a day? Okay, wait a second, but wasn't the point to like shorten the day? Like if you're doing 2 games a day, then you might as well do like a higher quality game, but do 1 game a day. 2 game a day feels wrong. Like that's just not, you don't play 2 tennis matches a day. You just don't do that in like an elite tournament. That's just not, none of the players will like that. You need to let the players prepare, and you need each day to be an independent event. It has to be recapable as they played this game, here's what happened. It's not sustainable. So if you're talking about 1 game a day, the problem is also for commentators and for people who are trying to make a show out of this, like the game could hypothetically last an hour. Imagine everybody coming to the studio, you're, rolling out the storyline, and then the game is over before it begins. That's going to be a huge problem. And that is one of the reasons it's so nice to have like a longer time control, is you're giving people who are covering the match time to set the background, and while a player is thinking, you're recapping and all of the stuff that happens behind the scenes. It is, you can do that because partially you have a little bit of downtime. I can't see myself like commentating 45 plus 30 and it not being just like a frantic mess. Hero and Galil. But chess is attractive to the casual fan. Why have we suddenly got it into our heads that chess has this existential crisis of not being attractive? Like, we are going in the right direction. Why are we suddenly like ruining it because of some idea that like chess is dying? Like, said who? Like, what? I don't accept the premise to begin with. Yeah, like it sucks that Magnus, is not participating in the cycle, but that's not the first time in chess history that that's happened. And yeah, like chess fans have to be patient, but somebody like your Dogmas, it just motivates more people to be like the next Magnus. We will eventually have someone, I think, who surpasses him. And, real fans appreciate the waiting period when, there's this contest to be the next Magnus. That is its own kind of charm. If you're like a real... Well, I don't want to use the term real fan, but you know what I mean. Like you get to watch talents develop, and you get to watch like people vie to be relevant. And there's a lot of hype around the candidates tournament, like a lot of hype around the candidates tournament. I don't know where people got it into their minds that like this is not going to be interesting. This is actually going to be the most interesting World Championship cycle because everybody wants to beat Kukesh. So basically, the candidates tournament is like the World Championship. One more. the crisis in chess is not that the game is dying, it's that we have lost our understanding of what's important. And I think chess fans have lost their knowledge of, like, there's so many different projects happening simultaneously, each of them claiming to be the ultimate determinant of excellence, that people don't know what to invest their energy and emotion into, because they keep getting told that something else is like the end all be all. Starting with freestyle, a GCT, the World Championship, like, is that important because Magnus isn't playing? Like, tournaments, you know, Hans is like a separate storyline. So there is no sense of cohesion. Like, okay, there's like a certain pathway to the top that's, you know, unanimously agreed upon, if that makes sense. Like the 4 Grand Slams or something. There's just like 15 Grand Slams and a lot of tournaments claiming to be a Grand Slam. Yeah, why do we need to be like baseball? Like, just because some other sport did something doesn't mean we need to follow them. No, Hans is motivated. I'm saying the opposite. I'm saying Hans is like, it's his own storyline. Oh, somebody in the chat said Hans is not motivated. Hans is probably the most motivated. That's nice to hear. There's a bunch of loud voices on Twitter who want to be relevant, who don't know, who speak as a voice of all chess fans. And it's just, it doesn't seem like too many people are actually putting their minds to this issue. It's like a lot of loud statements and not a lot of like substantive discussion and weighing of pros and cons. Not to always be the guy who just like criticizes people for not being nerdy enough, but in this case, I think it's warranted. Prague is not seeking a game. Okay, it's not the worst place to be stuck at. I mean, I hope you'll forgive me for being a little bit, bearish on the top. Like, of course I'm, like, pushing through my saltiness at some of the top players for not speaking out when Kramnik was, being a maniac. But that's just, like, something I've accepted. So, of course, like, I've lost a little bit of faith in some of the top players and, like, what they stand for. But I still... I'm still a huge fan. So he didn't. Well, he gave up on this cycle, yeah. But he tried in Grand Swiss. He came very close. It was unlucky. Okay, this is over. Alright, GG's. GG's? Or one more. Two more, fine. I mean, I'm going to lose a game eventually. Gukesh gets... I mean... There's... most people respect Gukesh. I don't know anybody who disrespects Gukesh. Like, do you know any actual people who actively disrespect Gukesh? Because, I mean, I'm not aware of such people. I'm not talking about, like, fake people on Twitter. Like, actual individuals. I mean, Matthias Bluebaum is not going to win the candidates, but he could be a spoiler. Dude, Hikaru throwing his king is just like the most over discussed, insignificant thing that was just like blown up to be something that it's really not. Like I said, like it's very simple. Like I personally would not have done such a thing, and if I was Gukesh, I would probably roll my eyes, even if I knew beforehand that Hikaru planned to do this. I can definitely understand a little bit of irritation. Like, all right, was this really necessary? Like, at the same time, you know, charging Hikaru with disrespect and or worse, it's like the people who are saying that know that they're bullshitting and they're just like trying to stir something up because they desperately need drama in their lives. This is a tournament, is an exhibition. Hikaru literally was asked to do this. He got the okay from the organizers beforehand. That footage came out. There should have been no more questions after that video came out, and yet people's opinion didn't change. Yeah, Gukesh is a great dude. I didn't even see that he threw his king. Like, I was watching it live with Bortnik, and we didn't even notice that he threw his king. Anish would, with all respect, not be a good FIDE president, I think. Should stick to playing. Would Hikaru do the same thing against Magnus or Gary? I think yes. Against Magnus, Gary wouldn't play such an event. Against Magnus, yeah, absolutely, he would do the same thing. Why wouldn't he? Surely he would. He said he would do it. Like, you're reading way too much into it. You're reading way too much into it. Dude, it's like, it's normal in any sport, like, especially in exhibitions, like, when you throw your jersey to the crowd, or... Like, neither Hikaru nor Gukesh actually gave a shit about that game. They played like shit, both of them, because they didn't care about the chess. This wasn't some significant, like, oh, I'm the alpha male in the room. Like, obviously that was not Hikaru's intention, and as someone who's criticized Hikaru many times for many different behavioral things that have, among other things, caused a lot of annoyance, I'm not like a Hikaru stan. You know, I call it like it is. If I think he did something disrespectful, I'll say it. But this is just like not even close. I totally get that, you know, the soupy thing was shitty. I've done similar things, you know, where I like heavily insinuate that I think someone's up to something without proper evidence, and, you know, just like used to be something pretty much normalized, but you're totally within your rights to, you know, to not like someone after you see them do that. It's just like, nobody's a saint. What do you mean what do you want people to do? Burn him at the stake? Like, what is it that you think should be done about Hikaru doing the gambling streams? I have the same question to Hans to an extent. Like, what consequences should he face, in your opinion? Like, is that really where you want to direct your fury? That, like, okay, he took Kicks money. He was obviously not promoting it to children. That is as much as I find it those gambling streams distasteful, I like charging him with promoting it specifically to children is a lie. And that's obviously a lie. At some point, like if your underage kid is watching Kick, that lies with the parents. As for Magnus apologizing to Hans, I agree. I think that would be a very big step forward for the two of them making up. But what do you think the consequences should be? Like, if something bothers you, what do you think should be done about it? Why would Magnus apologize? Well, I think Magnus should either present evidence. I mean, I don't think anything. It's not my business to tell Magnus what to do. I can tell you what I would like, what I think would be, healthy for the chess world. But, well, if Hans doesn't accept an apology, then that's that's his prerogative. I think that would be very bad. But I think that the graceful thing to do, if Magnus publicly makes a statement, would be for them to make up. That would also be nice. Alfred Louis. I think starting with me and a recanting of all statements would be nice, but of course it's unlikely, but I mean, it is what it is. I don't know. Never do that. Maybe. How do you know? Yeah, partially I think that Hans manufactures his own. If Hans straight up said, I'm willing to move on, I just want, a clear public discussion, that would be one thing. But Hans isn't willing to, move on from anything, so it's just that's just his choice, I'm not suggesting to blame him. I totally understand his position. It's just I would have acted differently personally, but it's not. I mean, I blame him for what? Why would anybody blame him for anything? He's not infringing upon anyone else's freedoms by doing this. It's his business how he handles it. Do I think that partially he should realize that as a result of him taking the status, he's going to forfeit some opportunities sometimes? Yeah, but I mean, that's just the way it is. Who are Hans's victims? What did Magnus do that requires an apology? Well, the Singfield Cup thing, I think that there should be an exchange of confessions. I think that if Magnus were, let's say, if they were to host a public discussion, Hans should admit to the extent of his online cheating, which, unfortunately, and in return, Magnus, let's say, apologizes for, insinuating whatever it is that he insinuated during Singfield Cup. They host a exhibition match and they hug it out. And, you know, they're like, yeah, we're always going to dislike each other, but like we agree to move on and compete on the board. I'm not saying that either party wants that. I'm saying that I would be happy if that happened, but it's not going to happen. Okay, I think that I don't know if just saying the world doesn't work that way. None of us knows how the world works, so let's not get into like moralizing. You don't know if that type of thing is going to happen or not. And just adopting a defeatist attitude is, I don't know, also not my favorite thing. Now, to say financial interest is true, yeah, probably there is. It doesn't seem likely, obviously. I mean, it seems extremely unlikely. It's a pipe dream. GG's. Okay, GG. Okay, I guess we'll play. I mean, I don't want to run, so I feel bad not accepting, but is the next Netflix thing even happening at this point? Okay, last two, I guess. Fine. Nobody believes that Hans is cheating anymore. But why can't they write a new settlement? Like, can't two people just agree on something? They can undo the settlement. I'm not team anybody. I mean, isn't that clear from the things I just said? I'm team chess, like fun chess tournaments. It's like we always have to take someone's side. Like there always has to be a good guy and a bad guy, which is just infuriating. Mm-hmm. I hope we do. You know, I'm trying to remember what was the argument between, who can remind me, like Hikaru and Fabi got into like a scuffle, but what was it over? Like I can't remember. What was the subject of their argument? Like that they could put out a C Squared podcast and stuff. Like what is it that they were actually arguing about? Oh, it was over the amount of cheating in TT. Okay. Oh, it was over Proctor and stuff. Okay, got it. Well, Hikaru was right, but also like, yeah. I mean, everybody views TTS training. Okay, I just win the game here. I guess we should try to complete the adoption. Not that I care. I don't want people to make a big deal out of it and go into his chat and like troll him, but that's just I mean, chess is a brutal game. Yeah, exactly. Fabi could win 99% of TTs now that there's no cheaters and there's Proctor. Yeah, Hikaru is right, unfortunately, but I mean, I think Fabi is among the most well-intentioned. I don't think that Fabi means bad or wants somebody to get banned. I genuinely don't believe that. All right, GG's. GG's. No, Proctor sucks, and the whole thing is sad. Title Tuesday has been basically ruined. It's just not fun event anymore. Which is kind of head scratching to BH, but I don't know. Yeah, Danny, I totally get why Danny got annoyed in that interview. They did not waive Proctor. Dude, Proctor is now mandatory for everybody. No, Danny did not talk to Fabi like he was a child. I really don't think so. I did not understand Fabi's position in that podcast. I just didn't, nothing personal. I just did not understand the logic of Fabi's argument at all. And partially the reason is because Fabi is just wrong in his assessment of the state of cheating in Title Tuesday before Proctor. He is like extremely wrong, and he is basing some of the things he's saying off of that false assumption, so it propagates the error. Proctor, you can actually download it. It's like a lockdown browser. Yeah. I'm going to get her some sort of sweet beverage, such as iced tea. And we'll play a few more, and then we'll call it a day. I'm kind of getting tired, so. Back in a second. Please behave. Okay, this stuff is like unreal. So good. I'm gonna have it dribbling down my chin. No, it's pure leaf. Pure leaf, sweet Assam black. It's just the right amount sweet. It's incredibly good. I highly recommend it. But it's not like sweet. It's just subtly sweet. It's like they used to have this brand Honest Tea, and it kind of disappeared. Like I don't know where it went. I used to really like it. Okay, we're eating like a packet of plastic every week. I think I can afford. What, they got bought out by Jeff Bezos, who got bought out by Larry Ellison, who got bought out by the Shadow People. Yeah, Honest Tea was Kramnik's favorite brand. It was replaced by Cheating Tea. Its slogan was honest tea for honest players. The tea that Naroditsky can't afford to drink. Hap. Okay, we're gonna try to get Zhao Tong. Yeah, I really teed that up for you. Coffee. Okay, let's play this guy. Something tells me Zhao Tong is going to want to play. This guy only wants to play me when I'm like 3250. Like, that's the only circumstance under which he wants to put his rating at risk. Okay, I'm going to have to focus against him. Okay, bishop b5, a6, bishop a4. Okay, bishop d7, I have no idea what to play here. I'm just going to castle. Yeah, I've had this before. I think rook e1 now. Knight f6, knight e7 is just good for white. He has to go f5. And now, I think... I remember this line. Or I remember this being a line. I don't remember what to do here. Let's go here. Yeah, Anisha's rising through the ranks. Can't say that I'm hoping he'll win the candidates, but hey, he's earned it. I've got my reasons, trust me. Oh yeah, it's possible to play knight d5 in classical games. I mean, he's more of a sit-down comedian, but it's like the joke about... It's like the joke that Alekhine shared. This is the perfect application of it. This is from Alekhine himself. So Alekhine shared the story that he had a dream. One of Alekhine's world championship opponents was this guy Yefim Bogolyubov, who maybe most of you have heard of. Alekhine crushed him, and Bogolyubov had a very high self-opinion. So Alekhine liked to roast him, and Bogolyubov's play did not coincide with his opinion of himself. So that's the background. So Alekhine is like, I had a dream yesterday that I died and Bogolyubov died, and we both went to heaven, and Bogolyubov was admitted, and then I was next in line, and the guard at heaven's door is like, Mr. Alekhine, what do you think you're doing here? And he's like, well, I was the world champion. I deserve to go to heaven. And St. Peter is like, heaven? No. We don't allow chess players into heaven. So Alekhine is disappointed. And as he's walking away, he's like, wait, isn't that Yefim Bogolyubov? Didn't you admit him past the gates? Isn't he a chess player? And St. Peter says, no, he's not, but he thinks he is. So that's like comedian in Anish Giri. Sorry, Anish. Stick to winning the Grand Swiss. All right, Blunder Knight H4 here, which is not good. When she doesn't play. I think I'm going to root for either Fabi or Hikaru. I mean, yeah, I'm going to root for either Fabi or Hikaru. I mean, obviously, I would like to see an American world champion as an American, but, you know, I also think it'll just be interesting. Yeah, I mean, obviously. No, Hans can make the candidates if he wins the... If Hans qualifies for the candidates, I will also be rooting for Hans. Like... So, yeah. One of the three. I mean, isn't it pretty normal? I'm not like guns blazing, like, oh yeah, I would hate for anybody else to win, but aren't most Indians rooting for Gukesh to defend his title? And, you know, aren't most Dutch people rooting for Anish? And I think that's pretty normal. Like, I'm proud of people like Fabi and Hikaru. Or, you know, Nepos in the candidates. I think it's a wholesome outlet for something that has been less than wholesome recently. Dude, every country's shit. That doesn't mean the people who come from it are bad. Surely that's a distinction we can make as mature people. Dude, nobody gets to police like who somebody can root for if they come from their country. That's just like totally normal. Yeah. But in what Hans drama? You have to when you say Hans drama, you have to be specific these days. Okay, I'm getting roasted here. Yeah, Anisha's dad is Nepalese and Anisha's mom is Russian. He was born in St. Petersburg, but he speaks a lot of languages. He's technically half Nepalese, half Russian. Nepalese. His wife is Georgian. Sopiko is Georgian. She doesn't, I mean, I think she is busy parenting 3 kids. I mean, I think that's a reasonable excuse, wouldn't you say? And actually 4 kids if you include Anish. Oof. See, that was funny. That is called humor. I think some people should try it someday. Friendly fire, friendly fire. Don't worry. Everyone's under fire this stream. I'm on a roll. Okay, rook c2, rook c1. No, I can't play rook c2. Okay, bishop c5, bishop c3, rook c2. Wait, I think I'm winning here. He's got to go bishop c4. Wait, what was that? Here. Shoot, I just made a big mistake. Now I gotta flag his ass. Goodbye. Boom! Let's go here. Let's just be safe. I don't want to let him... Oh! How do you like them apples? Let's go here. Thank you, Unifer. Appreciate it. Let's go knight c3. I think I can go g5, knight takes g5 if I remember correctly. Yeah, when I get a chip on my shoulder, I can be good. And today I'm some days I just want to stick it to some people. Sorry. No, Anish is not the subject of my wrath. More like Fide and the whole thing with Charlotte. I kind of rethought it, and the more I think about it, like, the anger it makes me. Like, so I just wanted to express my emotions on the board today. Yeah, he's got rook h2, so I have to go h3, I think. But how do I do this? I think h3 now. Yeah, I mean, I just have zero tolerance for anybody repeating Kramnik talking points. Like, at this point, I just have, it just, like, is a sore spot. Like, Charlotte is doing stuff for chess that no other place on Earth is doing right now. You know, maybe he should make a post, like, recognizing it. Not recognizing us. Like, I don't give a shit about that. But, like, recognizing all the young players. We just got a 12-year-old FM who won the North American Youth. You know, we're trying to recreate, you know, the USSR here. And for the attention to be accented on, you know, these fucking monthly blitz tournaments is just pathetic and completely contrary to, like, his job description, which should be to promote chess. So it's just like sad when you see it, so-called adults acting like children for this long. Chess-wise, we're trying to recreate the USSR and Dvoretsky chess camp. So yeah. Okay, goodbye. Next game. That's right. Is anything to say now? Just kidding. Okay, d4 is a move here. c3 is a move. Yeah, d4 takes, d5. e5, bishop d7. I've had this over the board many times also. Castles. I think g3, f6 is coming. Dude. Seriously? All right, here we go. Queen b5. James, what is what are you trying to get banned? You want to get banned, be toxic? They just seem to, yes, let's make a general statement about 1 billion people. That makes sense. Oh, okay, that was good. Cricket. It's all crickets. Okay. Dude, it's not countries that are good at something. I mean, I personally don't think like that. I think in terms of individual people. Like, I don't know. Yes, like a country can have a domination over something, but like they're still composed of individual people. The country doesn't play moves like people do. Bishop c7, I can resign. Got distracted. Yeah, of course he finds it. Okay, I mean, it's not resignable. It's just like down in exchange, but... No, nobody said you said it was bad. I'm just trying to nip any potential issues in the bud. I mean, right now the chess dominance is by Magnus Carlsen. Let's be clear. There's only one person who's dominant at chess right now. It's Magnus. Nobody has beaten him. Okay, I lose after rook 8. Okay, he had rook a8 winning on the spot. Okay, I mean, he's still winning on the spot, obviously. I mean, the Soviets had a much longer period of domination. I think that India has a chance to achieve that, but it's too early to tell. Yes, the USA is more dominant, as shown in the previous Olympiad, where the USA did extremely well. Because average... Oh, wait a second. Shit. Why doesn't anybody just usurp FIDE? Well, for one thing, FIDE has something called a rating system, which is a way of determining player strengths, and I think we would want to keep that. Kasparov did it once and didn't turn out too well. Because FIDE is the international players organization that has existed for 100 years that we have agreed upon to be the authority in chess. Nothing has to be anything. You can go ask, like, all the top players, would you like a different organization that, you know, Big Booty Judy has founded today in my mom's basement? Like, you're welcome to found your international chess organization. It's just like, nobody's stopping you. FIDE is absolutely necessary and should be, you know, improved, not taken apart. And has a lot of valuable things that we should, you know, we should respect and try to, like, constructively improve. New leadership is a totally different thing, but that has nothing to do with the organization and its founding principles. FIDE is bigger than Emil Sutovsky or Dvorkovich, and I actually think Dvorkovich is, you know, I don't have a set opinion on him, but, you know, I've had good interactions with him. But anyways, it definitely could be worse. He's definitely better than Ilyumzhinov, who's like your average, like, frickin' dictator of obscure Russian Republic, like, loves journalists, etc. Yeah, I think Emil needs to be reined in. And I think that actually Dvorkovich, who is an introvert and, like, much shyer personality than Emil, should be, like, more vocal about, you know, their policy on things, because he's actually a very intelligent person who thinks pretty deeply about things, as far as I can tell. And I wish that, you know, he was more vocal about stuff. You know, and he's got a lot of experience. I mean, Vichy is obviously a very respected personality, but I don't know how much experience he has, like, running shit. Like, I don't know. I like the concept of Vichy being in charge, but, like, in actuality, I don't know if he's got the experience. Okay, and I managed to just lose this game. Nice. Okay, actually, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm too pessimistic. Okay, wait a second. No, not Rookie 7. Oh my gosh, I didn't see that. Thankfully, that is defended. Okay, we just gotta crush him on the clock here. Okay, I think I'm winning on the board now. Yeah, managed to somehow win this one. Yeah, but knowledge of the chess world and being a FIDE will collapse in 2 to 3 years. That is a ridiculous take. That is absolutely not going to happen. There's no reason for you to think that, and it's just not. FIDE is not going to collapse in the foreseeable future. People don't even know what the word collapse means. Like, this will collapse, that'll collapse. It will be way sooner than 2 years. I mean, you managed to make an even more idiotic take. Great, good job. Now, the world collapsing, that is not unlikely, but I think a world is likelier to collapse than FIDE. I think that we have bigger things to worry about than the prospect of FIDE collapsing. So, like, FIDE is going to outlast the world. We're going to perish in, like, nuclear holocaust way before somebody's like, I've had enough of Emil and Arkady, I'm going to make my own organization. Like, Buettner tried that and it failed. Yes. I don't know actually if there are term limits. I have no idea. Okay, maybe try policing your grammar. Okay, here, Queen F6. Before I police the chat. Yeah, exactly right. I police this stream, that's for sure. FIDE needs a massive reform. Okay, that's a different take, but, like, what exactly do you mean by that? Like, let me push you on that. Like, when you say that, what kind of reform does it need? Like, other than Emil not being a tool and not taking rating away, which is we all agree on. Like, what exactly do you think should happen? I think the only change that needs to happen imminently is the World Championship cycle. There needs to be some sort of process where the title has meaning again, and there's some Grand Slam system, and there's a clear hierarchy of tournaments sorted by importance. And that's literally the only thing that needs to happen right now. Nothing else actually needs to happen. Rating deflation too. Yes. You know, maybe some rating reform, very carefully undertaken rating reform. But also, you should remember that if you basically make the top players play open tournaments, like ratings are going to normalize naturally. Part of the reason is that there's a rating bubble. And part of the way you fight the bubble is to have tournaments like the Grand Swiss, where people who need to gain rating, like Erdogmus, will gain rating. So you can fix multiple problems by doing like tournament reform. Dude, like fixing rating by adding or subtracting points is non-mathematical, proven to be a failure. That kind of shit never works because that isn't based on math. It's based on bullshit. It's the same as like giving someone money and hoping that they're going to like reform themselves. Like you need to address the underlying problem of what's causing something, not just like, okay, we're going to add 100 rating points to like certain people or subtract. Like that's not going to work. I don't really have, I mean, by speaking Russian, I guess. I don't have any roots. I'm rootless. 3150. So you think by drawing this game I'm gonna drop 100 points? Okay, maybe I'll lose this game. I don't know. I don't know why I'm playing. Like, why am I playing for a win here? There's no reason I should be playing. I'm literally under, like, lower on time. Like, he's begging for a draw here for some reason. I don't know why. Like, I would be playing this with white. That is a weird decision by him. Dude, how am I 32-42? And that is just... It's crazy. I need to lose. My rating needs to lose some weight. Yeah, he declines. Faustino's never gonna play me. I really wish Faustino just like played people and didn't try to like pick and choose opponents. I don't know why he's into that, but I think it would be good for him to get practice against top guys. You know, he's not weird, but I think you should be encouraged to just play. You're weird for calling an 11-year-old weird, although you're probably younger than him. So yeah, I mean, it's just the likeliest scenario, you know. Okay, last few guys, then we're gonna end for tonight. And I've only been going for 2 hours. That's feels like I've been going for longer. Okay, it's actually gonna be a short stream. Bishop c5. Okay, misses it. Okay, I like that he played e4. That's nice, because now I can go f3. Okay, wait. This is terrible for black, I think. Wait, takes? What? Here. I mean, he's just dead. Knight h8. I played like crap this game too. Let's go here. Wait, let's not go queen f5. Actually, no. Let's go queen f5. Whatever. I mean, everything is winning. Let's just take. Rook f1, rook g7, and rook f7. Goodbye. Whoa, my mouse lagged. That's not good. But it's not going to cost me. Okay, just resign. There we go. Okay, he wins a pawn here. Well, I didn't actually... Oh, actually, wait, king e8. No, this is... I guess this is theory. I don't really know. Yeah, probably I shouldn't play like this. Although I don't think I'm worse. I actually do not think I'm worse here with the bishop pair. Like, my pawn structure is crap, but I have nice bishops, so... And I have a good active king. I don't think black is worse here. Okay, lets me keep the bishop pair, which I'm going to do. Let's go here. Board sounds, please. Okay, sure. Let's go here. Here. Yeah, last two. Yeah, nobody said board sounds, so. Surprisingly, nobody requested bolt sounds. Nifa said it like 3 times. I'm a god. Like, I'm a god. Like, why are you not listening to the chat? It's like, it's really obnoxious, not gonna lie. Yeah, I mean, you reap what you sow. If all you do is troll, eventually I have to exercise self-preservation. So, unfortunately, you reapest what you sow. Yeah, that's just how it's gonna be. Yeah, I'm getting crushed here. I just sort of subtly got outplayed. Okay, but wait, what is that move? That move looks really wrong. Bishop a6. He gives me the connected passwords potentially. Wait. Hold up. This all looks very wrong. Okay, so he wants knight e4, I guess. Okay, and I just walked into that. Nice. That's actually not good. Yeah, rook d2 resigns, I guess. Wow, I actually managed to give this game away, after all. How do I get the most chances here? I don't know. Yeah, probably like this, but okay. It's not trivial to win this game. Not trivial. Wow, okay, well he's obviously going to find the best way to do it because he's a computer. Wait, actually, if I go like this... Yeah, I mean, he basically promotes and I promote. So we both promote. If I go like this... Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, okay. He went knight c4. That's actually very clever. I gotta give it to him. That's very clever. Okay, well done. Yeah. Okay, he gave me plenty of chances that game. I don't think I can really complain. Yeah, again, he plays this weird line. Just crappy, but I don't know how to punish it properly. Wait, here... he moves his knight back, I see. Let's take it. Okay, here it's an important moment. I think I'm better here. I'm not sure. Not sure what the evaluation is. Okay, I don't think there's any threats, so I can go h4. Other than to take the pawn, of course. I don't know. It feels like I'm outplaying him here, but maybe I'm totally wrong. He's gonna go... Okay, he's gonna go rook e3, I think, at some point. Then I go rook d6, and okay, I'm pushing for the win here. Pushing for the win. Okay, king f5, and then knight f4. I mean, this has to be winning at this point. Knight e5 also. Yeah, this is winning, I'm pretty sure. Okay, whatever, let him take. Oh, but okay, I need to be careful. Here, rook b5, king g4. And then maybe g6 at some point? No. Do I even care, though? Can I just go g6? Like king h6, I can go rook. Wow, just does this. Okay, sure. Should I just go for the flag here? Yeah, I should probably go for the flag. Like, I think I can flag him. He's got a minute, and he's got to get rid of a lot of pawns. Which, of course, benefits me, I would imagine. Wait, how do I actually stop his pawns, though? Oh, crap, wait. This is not good. This is not good. Wow, he actually managed to draw this by force. Okay, we're gonna make 50 moves here. I mean, I'm gonna give it a shot. It's worth trying. It's worth trying. Okay, I mean, he draws this easily. Numit, thank you. Okay, one more, and then we'll probably call it. Okay, how do we do this so that he doesn't have e5? Wait, let me think about this. There must be some way to avoid e5. Let's go knight e7. Knight g6. I blundered again. Okay, I'm starting to get frustrated here. Okay, this is not really a blunder. It's more like an inaccuracy, but okay, still. But it's every match with. I mean, I did crush Mikola earlier, but obviously nobody watches those matches. Yeah, obviously Mikola's stronger than Xiaotong and Blitz. I mean, that's not that shouldn't be surprising to you if you've been an attentive watcher. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't win that game. I should have won that game. I should have kept the knight somehow. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. F4 feels weird. Wait, hold up. I don't know. This is losing. X6, bishop a7, king d7. I mean, it's something. Maybe I'll play, yeah, queen c6. Okay, great. Yeah, also probably winning. Oh, yeah, what a disaster. mean, I gotta try to hold this endgame. Freaking 2 pawns down. Yeah, this is lost. Yeah, I can't stop the pawn, which is kind of sad. Although I can try. I can try to stop the pawn. Okay, now wait, rook d1, king e4, of course. Obviously. Obviously this doesn't work because he saw it 8 years ago. Okay, it's worth playing this. It's worth playing this. Some stalemate. There must be some stalemate. Yeah, there's no stalemate. Yeah, that was awful. Jesus. What a terrible game. Okay, this is just basically winning out of the opening, which is not to say I'm going to win it, but okay, it is winning. Just right out of the opening. Again, the eternal question, what do I play with black against d4? Maybe Philidor, I don't know. I just actually blundered that the rook is hanging. I should probably stop. But okay, fortunately, by some miracle, his rook is also hanging. I didn't actually see that he was attacking my rook. But amazingly, like, it works perfectly because I have knight takes d2. It's just beginner's luck. This is just luck. And now I go here and I win the game. Unbelievable. Just like that. It goes from, like, potentially blundering the rook to winning. Okay, now it would be nice if he resigned, which is what I don't do. There we go. Thank you. Okay, this is bad. I know this is bad. I know this is bad because of f5. Wait, now black is better. I know this for a fact. I don't know that knight g6 is the best move, but I know this is better for black. What if I just go h5 and bishop e7? Like, what if I just go after this pawn? Who is my blitz crypt? Dude, James, like, I should ban you, but please either say something intelligent for the first time this stream or just hold your silence and watch and learn. That's end of rant. No, but you've been saying like dumb shit all stream, so there's no reason I should have to put up with it. If you're saying dumb shit, then at least it should be funny. That's actually golden. Words that I live by. As someone who says a lot of dumb shit. My blitz kryptonite is Magnus, and he's out. Everyone's blitz kryptonite. This move. Whatever, let's just die on our feet. Unless you see that, I mean, bishop takes f5 is a ridiculous, I mean, it's just not a move that would even, okay, let's go here. Just to play this in 1 second is just absolutely unreal. Knight f5, rook f5. Okay, now I'm threatening a2, though. I didn't think this was a good idea for him. Oh my gosh, I blundered queen g5. I need to focus. Yeah, okay, this is enough. I completely blundered this move. Now it's frustrating, because I was probably winning here, actually. Rook d6, a2. Rook g6, though, I mean... Yeah, I mean, h4 here, and I'm in good shape. And that's just... I mean, to lose this is just ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gifting him points at this point. Yeah, with black, I just cannot. I can't play him. I don't know what to do. He just has refuted chess, seemingly, with the white pieces. So last one, guys. Like, no matter what I play, I get mated. It's pretty infuriating. I need to look at his Allopan, I guess. That would be the best bet. Because, I mean, I am a Sicilian player at heart. I know the Sicilian better than any other opening. Most of the time with white, I have no problems. Okay, one more. Just try to end on a plus score. Okay, let's go for a Philidor. Okay, we're gonna grab this bishop pair. Okay, now I like what I got out of the opening for once. This is actually a nice position. Basically, the key is with black, just not to get mated out of the opening. And that really is the most important thing, is just not to get mated out of the opening. If he doesn't have an attack out of the opening, I'm really confident in my chances. Okay, messed up pretty badly here. I think I'm close. I'm close to winning, I think. Okay, let's just go here. It's gotta be good. Okay, this just wins. I finally win a game with black, which is really important. I guess we'll play 2 more for 10 games. If I can win both, I hit 3250, which would be really nice. That's a nasty move that I missed. Jesus. I guess I can play here, maybe. At least it's an interesting move. Knight takes e4, bishop b4. Looks pretty juicy, to be honest. I mean, this has to be good. My pieces are just so good here. I feel like it must be at least okay. Just by the principles of chess, you know. Just must be okay for me at least. Man, this is nice. No, Faustino is the highest rated I am, I think. I mean, I could have taken, but this was just be winning. Try making a move, McCullough. Let's see how what you're able to do here. Try making a move. Any move. There we go. And last one, guys, for 10 games. This is for all the marbles. Ooh, D4. I like to see that. That I like to see. Yeah, we've had this many times. Queen A4, sure. Sure. B4, wow, okay, sure. Yeah. Bishop F1, I guess. Okay, I need to bring everything into the game quickly here. Rook C4, no. Knight D7, maybe. Yeah, Knight D7, yes. No, but then he has B5. That's annoying. Found that move, which is really nasty. Yeah, I'm losing it here. I mean, I can still, like, Rook A7, I have a fork, sort of. Fortunately, there is Knight C8, which is a saving grace. Yeah, I did see that. Okay, wait, but what if I just take... Okay, there. H6, I guess. Knight F7, Rook F7. Kind of have to play H6. Oh, but he has... Oh, he takes with that rook. Completely missed that. Oh my god. Okay, anyways, it's fine. It's all good. Man, I mean, he even played a King's Indian. Like, he played my opening. I still can't beat him. That's pretty embarrassing. playing this. Very tempting, but I think this is a good score from 10 games. I mean, it's not a bad score given our recent matches. So, I mean, he had some good games. Pretty good way to end. 32-36. I mean, that's still crazy. I shouldn't push it too much. Push the envelope too much. So thanks for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Yeah, pretty successful day. Had a lot of good games, some bad games, but that's just the nature of the game we play. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support, everybody. Really appreciate it, and thanks for listening to my rants. So, thanks. Have a good one. Be well. Be healthy, and stay sane.